services, endless.
Download SuperGo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With SuperGo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. SuperGo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With SuperGo, your ride is comfortable, easy and convenient. SuperGo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861. Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861. Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861. Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB?
labari kun sai yanzu.
Keep watching Sam TV. Keep watching Sam TV.
Good morning and welcome to the Sun TV morning show. My name is Abraham Minor Judah. It's a beautiful day on the morning show, and we're here this morning to keep you informed, to keep you enlightened, and to ensure that we keep you abreast of things going, issues around the world. And this morning, I'm not alone on this as usual, with two wonderful people who we will be analyzing issues, discussing issues, and also asking questions of ourselves and of you of what you feel about the things going on in the country, in the state, and in the world generally. So today, with me once again is Mr. Daniel Kukwen. Good morning.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Mr. Abraham.
You're welcome to the show. Mr. Daniel Kukwen is the Director of News and Public Affairs on Sun TV. Good. Also with me on my right is Mr. Albert Naphtali Bello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes,
Good
you're
morning,
welcome
Nigeria.
to the show. He is our major newscaster here and also an anchor of one of our programs on Sun TV. So this morning, you're welcome to the show. It's another day, another drama in Nigeria. The papers this morning are buzzed with various stories. But let us start with the one that really caught my eye this morning. It's on First Daily newspaper, where it says 2027, no aspirant is stepping down. Atiku reject pressure over ADC ticket. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has rejected suggestions that any contender should withdraw from the African Democratic Congress presidential contest ahead of the 2027 election, insisting the party's ticket will not be settled through pressure of backroom arrangements. His position was contained in a statement released on Tuesday, January 6 by his media advisor Paul Ibe. In it, Atiku has urged Nigerians to push back against what is described as efforts by the ruling or Progressive Congress to intimidate and weaken opposition parties. The statement comes amid talk that Atiku is being urged to step down so a southern candidate can emerge as the APC's presidential flag bearer against President Bola Tinubu. Atiku's camp said the focus should be on open contest, adding that if anyone should step down, it should be Tinubu, whom the statement described as a growing national liability. The statement also read in part, for nearly 3 years, Nigeria has endured one of the harshest periods in recent history, an era defined by punishing economic policies and shrinking democratic space under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So this is former Vice President Atiku Abubakar talking about the calls from some quarters for some people to step down, especially him. They've been asking him, not now, even in 2022, when the PDP primaries came up, that he should step down for a southern candidate. And he has been consistent in his call that it's a democratic race. Let us go to the primaries and let the best win. Your take?
Yes, it's a democratic process, and the best should win. The only problem is that at the end of the day, you will still hear people who refuse to step down claiming that they are the best, losing elections, and coming out to say those who won were rigged and other things like that. The position of Atiku is democratic. That is what should be obtained to the extent where there is fair play and the right people emerge finally as the candidates. At times, you don't contest elections simply because you want to contest. You contest because you want to win election at the end of the day. If you keep getting tickets of political party and keep blocking their chances of becoming presidents to take over a Sorok, then I don't think it is worthwhile for you to continue. And I've always been saying that the way these people talk about, look at what he said. He said, if there's anybody that should step down, it should be President Tinubu, that has become a national liability. They used to meet in platforms where we see them relating well. It's not that we expect them to be fighting and throwing blows. But we look forward to them telling, when they meet in such form, they'll tell him, sir, look at this issue of tax review. I think they should be making constant input, not on the cover pages of the newspaper, on personal grounds. Look for him, visit him during Christmas, visit him during Salah, see how you can impute to the way you think things should go. I don't think he should be deaf that will not accept. Even when he doesn't accept, there is a way you can do it, such a way that you don't hit up the polity unnecessarily. Nigerians are aware that some of these statements are political statements that should not carry weight. That is my point, actually. Whatever it is that Atiku is saying now is simply because he wants to contest for 2027 election. If by any chance he decides to form an alliance with Tinubu and something happened, you will discover that he will be one of the highest press singer of Tinubu. We've seen it in the Nasir El-Rufai. And
after all, Tinubu himself has praised Atiku as the best thing that is meant for Nigeria in 2007.
Of course.
When he presented him as ACS candidate. Yeah. Your view, Mr. Naphtali?
Let me start with these very questions. And Nigeria should know that just as it is said by the director that this is politics. And apart from that, when I'm very surprised to hear the almighty Atiku saying that the president is a liability. If actually the president is a liability, then he also on his own part is going towards that direction. Because we cannot just sit down and begin to use people's emotion because of politics. Entirely, if Atiku wants the best for the party, we are not supporting a situation whereby they will say he should just give his mandate because he wants to. They want to bring a southern candidate. Already we have a southern candidate as the president. So and if they want to go for somewhere, although it's just a matter of going there, doing some wedging, like a kind of a pendulum. Look at it in this way. These people within the party, who is the person that's going to represent? If things like that happen, then they can generously select a person. But again, since they already mentioned that in they brought their constitution, we've seen a very good roadmap. Why can't they just allow everybody to go into this position? Although we know from a hidden, there are some forces that we may not, they begin to see little foxes there. So, but in a nutshell, let him limit his words to his party, more of throwing words to the president. Because if Tinubu as the president, with all we are seeing, the issue of the crisis never started with him, but at least his effort is there, settling down a lot of things. And with the reform we are seeing, if truly is going to be implemented, at least Nigeria is still having hope. So if somebody like this is called a liability, how much more other person that has been rallying from different party to another party, all in the name of looking for a position? We said it earlier very clearly that if Atiku wants to be serious with what they want at the time, and they want to produce a candidate that will salvage Nigeria as they claim, then he should allow the process to be, if he knew that there is a particular person that will represent this party and it will surely take them to glory, then it's very open. Let him just do what is necessary.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me just break this down a little again, so maybe we can look at that direction. I think what Atiku did here was very smart. To me, if you ask me, the message is to a certain candidate on the ADC, Mr. Peter Obi. Nobody's going to, because he is the one that his followers have been all over the place asking people to step down for him. They asking that he should be given tickets. He has not said so, boys. But his followers, his core people who are his followers are asking people to step down. Now, Atiku has been smart enough to send the message across to the supporters of Peter Obi that nobody's stepping down for anyone. But he was also politically smart enough not to make it look as if it is his party members he's talking to. That is why he had to use the name of the president, which is a common opponent to all of them in the party. But to me, the message he is sending here is straight to Peter Obi. We are not stepping down. That is all one. And two, I think, again, we have to look at those who keep asking for someone to step down for the other. If you cannot project yourself in such a way that you go into a political party and able to bring together all the forces in the party to ensure that you win the primaries. Then how will you do that at the national election if within your party? And I think where Peter Obi got it all wrong in this process, that he always comes to the party late. He comes to the party after people have settled down their structures. The Obedient movement now is moving to the ADC. But you know that in almost all the states, the ADC structure is set. Like Taraba State, the organizing this state. If the Obedient now join the ADC, I'm telling you, it will be hard for them to be in strategic positions. He left it for late. He should have made up his mind from day one and going straight into this party to slug it out. But you waited to see if chances would be created for you. Well, let us see what we have.
Could it be that the Obedient movement is ready for vice presidential slots? Because we've seen some permutations going on, at least in the news and on the social media, that Obi is ready to take the vice presidential slot of.
And he has said he's not taking any vice presidential slot. He's a political
He came clearly and said that he's not. At least we've
He's a political statement.
Yes, so some of those, yes. Even Atiku himself, you are not sure whether he will stand to what he has said now to the end. If pressure becomes too much for him, if he notices that nobody is actually endorsing him, and he may go to the primaries and lose, there's a way he may just step down and say, okay, I'm giving my support.
I take it to the bank. Any bank, Atiku cannot go to that primary and lose.
Okay.
I take it to any bank. You can, except if he decides to support.
Now, look at what we're seeing now. There is this general speculations that Makinde and Bala Mohammed wants to fly the tickets of PDP based on their body language and other things like that. Now that there is this rumor that they may be defecting to ADC, don't you think they are coming to ADC with their ambitions? It's possible they will come and create the kind of force that may compel Atiku to, if they do their groundwork well and join forces with the OB faction and other things like that, they can first of all push Atiku out and see how but that's just theoretical. We are not saying that that's good.
But the thing is that Atiku is a man who knows his way around primaries. He understands the business of how to run primaries. And I think that is why he ensured while they first went to this party, SDP.
SDP is true.
The first week, his men were already in the SDP, making moves. Yeah. Eventually, it didn't work out. They moved to the ADC. His men were the first set of people to go into the ADC, ensuring that they are stamping their feet in the right places. Even in states like Taraba and the rest, you see that he has men who... So he has done his own work. You can't come later and just... Except if there's a massive alliance against him, which he may decide to pull out. And if Atiku pulls out of any party, no matter how strong you are, Atiku is still forced to be reckoned with.
Of course.
So ADC must, for ADC to succeed in this election, they must be able to manage the primaries the way the APC managed their primaries in 2014, in which the person who won the primaries was someone that they all agreed that he has the best chances. That is President Muhammadu Buhari. He contested against Atiku, Bafarawa, and some other candidates. Even some people from the south also contested. But at the end of the primaries, it was obvious to all that he was the candidate that pulled the highest votes. If the ADC do that, I think it will be the best. And they were able to cede the vice presidency to another bloc that could help them win. That is the Asiwaju, the ACN bloc. The CPC had the presidency, the ACN had that, and they agreed that the PDP and the new PDP will have the Senate. So that is how it went. Well, let us move ahead. We believe by this time next year, we will not be having this discussion.
It's true.
We will have been through with this. That is politics for you. There's this story again on Daily Sun. On the Sun, the headline says, Niger farmers uncover explosive devices planted by terrorists. The explosive devices were discovered by the farmer in Ganaru community in the Gurma district of Mashi, Gu local government area in Niger State yesterday. Community source said the farmers were on their way for their farming activities when they discovered the explosive device planted by the roadside and immediately raised the alarm. The chairman of Mashi Gu local government, Jibril Egade, who confirmed the latest development, said the area has been cordoned off to avoid explosion that could lead to casualties. Gade expressed shock over the discovery of such dangerous explosive in the community where there are no security challenges, saying the entire community was alarmed by the discovery. You could see that this insecurity. Yesterday we talked about Niger State, and the chairman here is saying that this area of Niger State is where they don't even have insecurity. So you can see that these terrorists, bandits, whatever it is they are called, they have their footprints
everywhere,
in a lot of places. So when you move from here, you think, okay, we've dislodged them in this part. You wouldn't know that they also have a strong cell in another part. The case of the young, let me just deviate. The case of the man that was arrested in Damaturu over the bombing of the mosque in Maiduguri. I listened to, he was interrogated, said he came from Michika, Adamawa State. I asked him, is it in the forest or in the town? He said he lives in the town. So there's a cell there in Michika. He said he was sent by Adam and Ibrahim, their leaders. He came to Maiduguri. In the afternoon, they went into the mosque as if they wanted to pray. While nobody was praying, they set the explosive. Then he said he went away. And it was a time bomb. It was time for 5 minutes. So they said Mangariba, they will quickly come. So when they came, it detonated. He said he joined them in helping the Then from there, he moved to Damaturu because they told him there's going to be a mega market or mosque will be born. So you see, they have these cells. How much was it paid? He said between 90 to 100,000. Yeah. So you will be surprised that they have these cells, people everywhere who does this thing. So we need technology, we need intelligence to infiltrate these people. If not, just look at this. They've already set explosives there. Maybe one day they take over there. When the military wants to go and attack them, it detonates. So how do we go about all this?
It's just higher investments, more investments, continuous investments, and sustaining the war, ensuring that you're going to sustain the war. Recently, we heard of how massive recruitment will be conducted into the security agencies. I don't know how far it has gone with that. We don't know whether it has been sustained. Another thing is that when you're doing such mass recruitment, how are you going to guarantee that you're not going to recruit members of these cells that we're discussing into the mainstream security architecture? How do you even check? So that is the problem. So I think we have our hands full, and there is a need for the leadership to understand that we're actually under fire, and there is a need for more intelligence gathering.
There's a need for us to do more things that are not seen.
Yes, more investment into the security architecture.
Yes,
I want to. It's a very, very, very good one for the nation to have a lot of human resources coming in, and we commend the effort of the president on that particular act. And again, just as he mentioned, it's not all about. We've seen situations where people are planting different explosives in different places. So it's not more of the human resources alone, but specialists in the field that can be able to solve that purposes. And when I heard the U.S. are contributing to see that there is stability in the security architecture of Nigeria, I was expecting a situation whereby there would be a good formation where these people stays in the United States or send their people to come and do stuff, and it went out successfully. That is to tell us that we need a lot of collaboration with them on how to make our people to that very standard. It is you cannot just tell me that they said this place there's no insecurity. There's no any part of Nigeria there's no insecurity in it. That's just the truth. Even if it does not happen at that exact location, that doesn't mean that there's no any trace of a. The only thing is maybe some forces, cultural forces, religious forces, or any forces that we don't know about has been helping out to sort issues. And then let the people in charge of the security of Nigeria knows that it is not all about recruiting people only that at the end of the day they will give them gun. It is beyond just that. We need people that are specialists that will be sent for advanced training. Yes. That can be able to. We are in a digital era where everything is technology. So if these people can go travel from one place to another to go and put those things there, at least there should be people that are knowledgeable enough to dictate those kind of things before they are even put on the ground. We don't see how can we be a country where we have cameras, we have chips, we have CCTVs and the rest. People will travel from a particular location to a hidden land and then go and implant all those things and come back successfully before those things begin to explode. Then there's a serious problem in the nation. And lastly, the people around the environment, they develop what we call laxity. Imagine an explosive is traced in your location, and yet you find people staying comfortable around that environment until the one that cannot be traced, and then to explode and become an issue.
But where would they go to? That's
Where would they go? That is another aspect.
If you leave your community, you go to another community.
Yeah. For a particular time, look at where we're going. If you okay, let's take example now. Today we come to this an office, a studio, then we trace a bomb here. Then because they came and traced that particular bomb and remove it there. There's a tendency where there are some that may be hidden that we don't know about. At least we have to take a little time to go far away from this environment until we have an accurate. We don't expect 100% assurance, but at least
let me bring one story. Let me bring one story from the Daily Trust. Okay. That you see how sometimes the situation is so bad that you just resign to fate. Look at this. Daily Trust. Katsina, killings, kidnappings, return. That is the major story on Daily Trust. Saying Katsina. Now, I just read it. There was some kidnappings. Then I went deeper into the stories. Then this is what got me scared. 18 local governments have signed peace deals with bandits. These 18 local governments are enter peace agreements. Just listen, if you know Katsina, Kankara, Kafur, Malumfashi, Funtua, Patagarawa, Charanchi, Sabua, Dondumi, Faskari, Matuzu, Musawa, Safana, Kufi, Dusima, Jibia, Batsari, Damusa, and Bakuri. These are major local governments.
Funtua.
Look at Funtua, look at Malumfashi, look at Musawa, look at Bakuri. These are major local governments. 18 out of 23 have had peace accord. Now, under these various peace agreements that were reached, community leaders and traditional rulers pledged to respect the terms, while bandits agreed to cease attacks and release captives. Now, in some cases, some local governments were lucky. The bandits agreed; they kept to the agreement, but in some, they still have. They say like Malumfashi that was attacked. Now, the question we ask, so many times we've had this discussion. People say, why are you having negotiation with bandits? I say, may God not allow you to see a situation whereby you have to go and kneel and beg your enemies, because those who are supposed to protect you cannot protect you. I've spoken to young men from these communities and I asked questions. He said, there is no way you can live in such community and you will not come together, gather money and go and beg the bandits. We want to farm, take. Just allow us farm. We want to harvest, take. Because you call for the military. They come, they spend 1 day, 2 days, they go, the bandits come back. You call for the military, they are engaged in another local government. You run away from Malumfashi, you go to Funtua, they are there. You run from Funtua, you go to Safana, they are there. You run from Safana, you go to Dusima, you are there. What do? The government can't do anything. So community leaders, people will cry to Meangwa, they will cry to Kuje Kusame Suadaji. Beg them. I don't know.
And then the scenario you narrated now is quite overwhelming, because I was trying to see the situation of Borno where that bomb exploded and killed so many people. The members of that community, people who go to that mosque to pray, should be able to know each other somehow. You understand? Except if it is a place where you see strange faces every day. Because hardly will you see in these premises where we walk and this place where we stay, if you see a strange face, there's a way you identify that this one doesn't have a business that he operates around.
Well, you know the way mosques operates. Anybody moving can go into a mosque.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if they develop it, since this is the situation we usually face, where we see strangers come and plant bombs and it kills us, there is a way you can regulate and see to it that whosoever is a strange face will be properly monitored. If those people were monitored when they went in to pray, somebody should be permanently.
Who will leave his job and be monitoring the mosques?
When it becomes.
Well, let me ask you: have a mosque at roadblock area. People come to pray. After prayer, everybody go to Ozu.
That's what I'm saying.
Who will sit down there?
Roadblock area.
If you want to monitor the mosques, you also monitor your house. You monitor the market. It's a failure of
the system.
The system. You can't, because the truth of, if you know the way mosques operate, people come, pray, and go. You just anyway, even to drink water. Maybe churches have doors and this.
People sleep in mosques. I've seen instances where travelers
as Christians, you go to a mosque
and just sleep, and in the morning you have a place where you wake up and start.
Yeah. Okay. So let me start with the Katsina case. In as much as I know, there are one or two that will make you don't have any option than to take any other alternative that you think is best for you. But one of the greatest mistakes Katsina State made as the state or it varied local government is the issue of signing this deal with these people. That is just it. And I know you have your reasons of saying at a particular time where the military or any other forces are not helping out, what do we expect from the people? Then the question here is this. Do you think if, let's take an example of the Funtua, as one of the biggest local government in Katsina State. One, we know if Funtua local government from the chairman down to the other people accepted this deal, that this is what we will do, this is where we'll go, this is where we'll go. These people entirely are feeding from what they got from these people. Right? The bandits. There's no anyhow they will stop from doing one or two that will make them still remain relevant or significant at that particular location. And secondly, the federal government cannot just, in as much as we know they are not trying as you, sometimes the people will come one day and go. The federal government will never accept that now this one has signed a deal between them and the local government, so we should allow them to continue that pattern of living. You know, definitely they will be in one way or the other. Today they will come, tomorrow they will go. And if they come in one way or the other, they will affect, they will attack these people. And if they attack these people and left, the repercussion will now come back to the same people. That is why signing the deal in its real form, it is not even welcome. And then again, check it very well. When you have the cases of Katsina, at least I have a little experience because I stayed in Zaria for long. And I have experience of Funtua. Our SBRS at Dwari University is there. You tend to find out that any moment people are cut from these villages are people within, most of the people are from the community. It's more of, I will just decide on my own since business is not favoring me or the government has not given me a job. Let me go back to the bush and I begin to carry one of my people, then they will be giving me money and I'll become a business. And this has been a consistent thing. We have a news rallying up before in the social media where some particular gang leader was kidnapped to some people, where the people in the community went and carried his family members.
If he doesn't release them.
Okay, that is to tell you that these people knew those people by their names. So if they know them by their names, there's something that is very fishy here. If they know them by their name and yet they don't have the strength enough to call these people to order.
What if they know them by their name? They don't have the means to, and they report them to.
And can you tell me?
And over the years, sir? These guys are stiff. I'm telling you, it's a failure. If you let me ask you a question. You are the traditional ruler of your village.
Yes.
Today, 3 people were kidnapped. You call the military, you call the police. They were not released, they were killed. Or they were released, you pay, despite the police coming. Tomorrow, next tomorrow, people go to farm. They go, 5, 6 people are killed. They tell you, you tell them, you go to the local government, you report, you go to army, you report, it's still your calling, and your community now come. Please wait. We know these people, this is their bush. Why don't you go and beg them? As a community leader, if you say no, your people will tell you, if they kill us again, we will kill you.
And then, sir,
go and negotiate with them. It's a failure of government.
Accept there's a failure, agreed. But the way they now in Katsina State,
if there is criminality among your people, it is not the community
architecture, like the police and the soldiers. They are looking.
The police themselves, they've moved.
Yes,
you know the police station themselves, they've moved. They moved.
They are looking for direct order from the superior side. And then what about Katsina State is one of the states that has all these Dambanga, many things that are empowered by the government right from us. And
when I talk government, again, I'm not talking about federal
the federal government.
I'm saying that I don't see anything wrong with communities.
Yes.
If the problem is too much, honestly,
why can't the community step in? No, negotiation is not
during war. Do you know what happens? During war,
what will the community step in with? What will they step in?
The people that end up doing that approach, is there any repercussion that ends up with them?
See, what is the repercussion of somebody that is welding a gun? Look at the what operation? What do you call it? This wild stroke.
The wild stroke.
The one in Taraba. Yes. Look at the kind of weaponry.
Yes.
That one person has.
One person with his gang.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Now imagine there are 10 of them. With what we saw on the news, they're up to like 15 to maybe 20 AK-47. Now, if you know what AK-47 can do,
they just need one in the market, on the market day. Just spray.
Now, these people are so equipped that the best thing for you to do is to negotiate peace with them, except if it is federal government or the state government or government that has the wherewithal to be able to.
And they've tried it in different places. And the result, even with the negotiation, the result is still.
And they waited for government, the result is still. Even America has come.
A lot of people, you find out that
during war, I know this. For
automatically, the time any moment you sign this deal with this bandit, you are more of telling them that you've already changed your own government because they are more of the government of the day now in your location.
May God not let us find ourselves in a situation whereby government does not help, the state does not help, the local government is helpless. Let me tell you, during war, I'm telling you, if you, in war situation, if your place is captured by the enemy, it makes sense locally for you to make peace with the enemy until your town is recaptured. If you say you want to resist someone that's clearly captured you, cut you away from safety, you end up in a situation whereby you'll be totally annihilated. It is wrong for them to negotiate, but circumstances leads to this. If it was one community, now you have 18 local governments. It's a failure of government. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
there is no any other explanation. There is no any other way to describe it than to say the system has failed. You understand? The system itself should be able to come, and it's just that they won't do that. Nobody will accept and say we, the government, have failed. But somehow, even if you want to follow it theoretically or empirically, you can't help it but admit that the government have failed. When 18 local governments have gone to sign peace.
And again, my bone of contention is this one, that the whole local government, is it that they are signing it with the consent of the state government?
No, they do it as community leaders.
As communities. The chairman of the local government chairman may not be there officially, but somehow, because he's the chairman, he will have the information and maybe look the other way. And even maybe provide funds.
Let me give an example of Karen Lamido. We've had cases of bandits coming to. But you notice that immediately they come, you will see 6 brigade will go there, dislodge these bandits, and maybe for 3, 4, 5 months, you won't hear of them. And even in some cases, we've had situations whereby they say, okay, this has been done. Call those that you know. Let us come together. You are Bandawa, you are Fulani, you are this thing. Let us just sign peace accord.
Yes.
In some cases, when signing the peace accord, they will tell you, please tell your people in the bush that we've made peace. Tell your people in the bush that we make peace. But do you know that it helps because we know help will come? But do you know that if today Munga is attacked, tomorrow Karim, next tomorrow this thing, and nobody is coming, it will get to a point, the communities will say, let us even go and beg these people. Even if it's just for farming season, let us go and beg them. It's a failure of government, from the local government to the state to the federal. The people have lost hope that the government can save them. That is why there's always a means that they want to negotiate with these criminals.
I think what Herbert is trying to talk about is the fact that you see some communities in Nigeria have successfully put these people on check.
Yes.
Using vigilante and other people like that. We've seen stories
Show
like
me
that.
a community in these areas that have been successfully been able to do that.
I'm not saying, I'm saying in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, maybe he's just trying to do the analysis that if these communities can do it, maybe, but for how long will you continue to leave the security of communities in the hands of vigilantes?
All this stuff that is happening in terms of Katsina, you find out that the military themselves, we cannot say that they are tired, because if we said something like that, it is a failure. But again, you come to realize that these people, there's no anyhow you penetrate via these communities that are affected without some basic information from the side of the people.
Is normal,
but at least if you go there, most of those things, if you see the reports of the army, before you come and meet, maybe let's say you just meet with the community leader, trying to fix a time that you will come in to operate without the knowledge of other people. But before the military will come in, the people in the bushes, they already have information about this thing. So it's more of the thing is not too clear. If they really want to help themselves.
If there is incentive to commit crime, the reason why people don't commit crime is because of repercussion. The moment there's incentive, let me just use another scenario that is similar to this. Look at the issue of internet fraud. It started as people say, oh, this guy is committing internet fraud, Yahoo. He's a bad person. But it got to a point that parents carry their children and go and hand over to someone that is into internet fraud. Train my child. I've seen situations they will call a child, what do you want to do? A mechanic, you want to go to school, you want to learn Yahoo. I want to learn Yahoo. Who is a senior Yahoo man in this area that you say, this person is a senior. The parents will take the young man to the Yahoo guy. What do you need? I need a laptop, a phone. They will buy and say, I've handed over my child to you, train him. And he will be training him on how to commit internet fraud. The society have come to accept, because why? There's incentive. So then you'll see them, they'll go to the station, they will come back. They'll get arrested, they will come back. No, so people say, if my child will go and learn mechanic and he will be dirty, there's someone that will sit there at home, he's making money, and if police arrest my mechanic son, he will stay in prison. But if you arrest the Yahoo guy tomorrow morning,
you know, to wield a gun and what about intimidating people in the community? It's a serious crime.
Yeah.
But where I've seen communities in Nigeria where somebody that without his face covered,
they know him.
They know him, they know his house. He wields his gun, go out, intimidate the person that dates his girlfriend, and even threaten to kill him, and at times go up to the extent of shooting him on the leg and breaking his leg. And he's still walking free. Do you know why? He is that vigilante that goes out to defend the communities when these marauders come. You understand what I'm saying? Now, those people are protected. So I was thinking maybe that is the narrative you want to. In as much as it is lawlessness, in as much as it is a crime, but you will see situations where even the military posted to those communities, to be liaising with these vigilantes to check the marauders, the intruders, the people who come to steal and to destroy and to kill. At least these people won't steal in the name of stealing. But you know what they do?
No.
At times, they just collect what they see that they want. For instance, if they see your goat, they
become a army of occupation.
Yes. So they only take it without even asking, without any compensation. So that is the way it goes.
You remind me of something, sir. You know, there was a time last year, from early 2 years back, when you were passing through Kaduna to Birnungwari down to Kwantagora. There's something that happened, and up to date, this insecurity has begun to took my attention to somewhere else. Yeah, from 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the evening, every day motorists will be passing by. But immediately before that 9 or after that 4 o'clock till the next day, if you mistakenly use that route, something will happen.
That means they've closed for the day.
Yes.
So,
and any moment there was a time I arrived Birnungwari very late, and around that 4 o'clock in the evening, and we were asked to sleep over till the next day, and I was asking this question. So what is really happening that if you leave this place around this particular time going to Kaduna, something will happen?
Now, when was that? When was that?
Last year, even
okay.
I think
that means the duty of the security ends. Now the criminal's duty starts.
And then I'm beginning to ask, is there any, are they making arrangements between themselves? And if you mistakenly use that road around that axis, if you're not careful, the next day you will just see your car somewhere
and
else.
you know there are communities within this axis.
Yes, axis.
And
there are a lot of communities while you're passing by.
How will those communities survive? If they know that even by 4 to 7, even the military will be out of the road.
Out of the road. They will go back to their base. And anybody that try using that road again must surely have reasons why he made that mistake.
So, and we saw situations whereby, so in the past, they take crack military and police into that Birnungwari, and they were able to arrest a lot of people. I remember the Abba Kyari, the police officer with his team. He did a lot of good works. And kudos to some. I saw some pictures today on some paper. I can't see where a retired colonel was rescued in Plateau by the troops. There are a lot of stories like that. When we say the system has failed, we are not saying the military are not doing. They are doing so much, but they are so much overwhelmed by the security challenges. I see when people say America did this, I say our troops are doing exactly the same on a daily basis. We just don't appreciate them. There was a story of when the U.S. came and picked a man that was kidnapped from Niger to Nigeria some years back, and everybody made a story of it. I said the likes of Abba Kyari have rescued thousands of Nigerians, of course, without it making the press. So kudos to the army, kudos to the police, kudos to they do a lot of good work. And thank God they are beginning to understand when they go for this operation, they to carry cameras and they video it, so that it will not be as if it's only Americans that video this thing. So we are not saying the military is not working, but we just say that there's more to be done. And it goes not to the military, to the political leaders of this country.
And just imagine that the Nigerian army have the equipment that the people will describe as glorious people. If we have equipment like that, we may be able to surpass them. I saw one interview, I think it was on one of the TV channels. The retired military officer was saying the achievements of Nigeria during the ECOMOG reign in Liberia and Sierra Leone was because at a point in time, Nigerian troops were the only military architecture that had the superior weapons. And they got it from a particular government like that got those weapons. Now, there have been an upgrade. And Nigerian military have not upgraded to the extent they're supposed to be at par with others. So you can't go to somebody that's stronger than you technologically and other things.
You said
like
something, sir, and I want to form of an. We have a lot of people. You know, this social media is a very, very important aspect of our lives now. And you know, it will be a very bad thing or unethical for a military personnel because of a little issue that he has with his superior trying to leave. You come on social media and begin to say that we are pushed to this particular place, we are not giving what it takes. And most of these bandits and the rest are taking advantage of all those things they are saying now to begin to feel like they have what it takes to fight people. And the level of successes we are recording this time around is because everybody in the entire world are afraid of what they think the military of the American people have at the time. And with their assistance to Nigeria, now the bandits are beginning to feel like now these people have what it takes to destroy even us now. That's why you see them running. So it is no matter the situation of the security situation in the country, let them not come out some extent somehow to be telling people that we don't have what it takes to fight because we believe our safety is in their hands apart from God.
Yeah. I agree with you.
I agree with you completely too. You know, if it is not the prevalence of social media, you may be surprised that the prevalence of this attack by the bandit may not be like this.
Yes.
There is a way the ones that are based somewhere will hear what these people have done and see how the military is incapable of curtailing that one.
Yes.
Then they will attempt
They will attempt it. That's just exactly
the same propaganda is a weapon of war.
They do a lot of propaganda. Sometimes I've seen cases whereby they just take one and then make it look as if they've captured the whole.
That's what we were saying yesterday when you mentioned this Aguara, Axis and the rest. I believe they wanted running out, but instead of them accepting the defeat, they're just putting one or two like that, so that people will look at it as if they are still having the power. But me, I know with what is happening now, our people are doing the good job.
Look at the case of sometimes again we need to understand command structure. You see a private soldier who had issues with command and say we wanted to attack. We were not giving. Now you don't understand what the command structure is saying.
Yes.
You are just there to obey orders. It is just like you are going, but there's somebody behind that sees everything. You're only seeing in front of you. So you may think the best thing is to go or to come back, but the command structure is seeing a bigger picture. If these boys go, is there backup for them? No. Is there booby traps on the way? Are there mines on the way? You may not know all this, and they may call for retreat. And you can't say we almost killed them.
This and
that.
And they will come on social media
and begin to say it.
Imagine you taking your child to a school and then meeting someone coming out from the school telling you that we don't have laboratories, we don't have library, we don't have good teachers. You end up not taking your child to that particular.
There are cases of them being abandoned and this, but I think we need to begin to look into this very well. A soldier at the front will not have the information that the command office has. So when they tell them retreat or attack or this or that, they have their reasons, but you may not know those things, and it is obey for command. That is discipline in the military. If you want to come out to talk against your command, then be ready to face the court martial. That is just it. There's nothing of human rights there. It is a purely military issues, because if anything happened, the military will not allow you to be picked except to go through military trial. So you should also be ready to go through military trial if you do anything against the military. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for this morning show. I will go for a break. When we come back, we'll continue where we stop. Nigeria, we allow a lot of. Do you think?
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. Partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861. Do you want to score 280?